All right, we're going to do a review of fractions. So to start with, a fraction looks like this. The top number is called the numerator. And the bottom number is called the denominator. The numerator tells us how many pieces are shaded or how many are being used or considered. And 3, or the denominator of 3, tells us that each whole has 3 pieces in it. So if we were to draw a picture, it would look like this. My whole has 3 pieces, and out of those 3 pieces, I'm going to shade 2 of them. And that would represent my fraction of 2/3. We can also have a fraction to represent the number of items we have out of a group of items. So if we had this one, for example, I've got 3 triangles because that's my denominator, and my numerator of 2 tells me that I have 2 of them that have been selected, circled, shaded out of the 3. And this would also be 2/3. Okay, the next thing that we've been doing with fractions is writing a number line. So our number line looks something like this. We're going to start at 0, and it will always get you started in the number line. Let's do fourths, 1/4, 2/4, and then it will leave some blank. So this might be 1 2/4, for example, and then it will ask us to keep going. All right, when we count along the number line, it's just like when we're counting a regular number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Except this time we're going to have a denominator attached to it. Okay, so 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4. Our next one would be 3 out of 4. And then when we get to this one, which is 4 out of 4, we're actually going to write it as a whole number or a mixed number. So 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So we're going to write 1 whole there. Our next number is going to be 1 whole, and then we're going to start counting again just like we did here, 1/4. So 1 and 1/4, 1 and 2/4, 1 and 3/4. Here would be 1 and 4/4, right? But 4/4 is equal to 1, so this is equal to 2, because 1 whole and 1 whole equals 2. So we're just going to write 2 here, and then we're going to start counting again. So 2 and 1/4. And then we would just carry on like normal. Next, students are expected to know to identify the difference between a whole number, a fraction, and a mixed number. So a whole number are our counting numbers. So let's just use 3 for an example. That's a whole number. A fraction we just looked at above is going to have a numerator and a denominator. So I might have 1/8. And a mixed number is going to be a whole number and a fraction together in the same number. So my mixed number could be 4 and 2/5, for example.